Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm here to talk about more Pro League, and this time I'm going to be focusing on the North American League and some of my predictions for the upcoming games, as well as some of the reasonings behind them. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into it, so I hope you enjoy. So, Playday 5. The first match on that one is going to be Mirage versus BeastCoast, which I think is going to be a really interesting match. It could go either way. Both new teams to the league, and BeastCoast have looked like the best of the rest from the three new teams. Mirage have struggled, although they have shown flashes of just looking like a mini Dark Zero. They show, real tactical prowess, but it doesn't seem to go all the way. They can't make it past the finish line. So, being a flash in the pan, I think those days are over. I think, given what Knicks tweeted out after their most recent loss, saying that they think they finally managed to get a hold of what's causing them so many issues, I think it's to be seen what these guys are going to pull off. And I think it's going to go all the way to overtime, if I'm quite honest. But I see Mirage taking it. I think this is going to be the first Mirage win. They deserve it. They've played absolutely great in most of the matches that they've played. Taking Dark Zero all the way to overtime on your first game is no small feat. So I'm going to give it to Mirage on this one. Maybe a little bit biased because I do prefer the Mirage team over BeastCoast. But that being said, BeastCoast are one to keep your eye on as well. I don't think they're going to just fall over easily for Mirage. It could be the game of the day, to be quite honest. So keep your eyes peeled. From there, though, moving into game number 2. Game number 2 is going to be the Sonics versus TSM. It's no surprise here that I think TSM are going to win. However, that being said, Sonics have looked really strong this season. I've kept betting against them, and it's kept kicking me in the teeth. While I did appreciate them picking up, 4/5 of the XE United roster, and the E United guys were looking like a much better team towards the back end of last season than they were at the start. They were finally picking up some form. They were winning some rounds that they previously would have just sort of thrown by the wayside. That being said, though, I don't think the Sonics are going to have what it takes to topple TSM. It could go all the way, though, because TSM haven't looked perfect this season. They've also been a little bit shaky, which isn't something I was expecting. But I still got to give this one to TSM. Although the Sonics could surprise us on this one. It'll be interesting to see. It could be an interesting match to watch. I mean, he's going to be loud as hell on the side of the Sonics, but the only real person on TSM that seems to be throwing any banter back the other way is Poge. So let's see a Poge versus Yeti shouting match. Why not? But I'm still giving this one to TSM. Nothing else to say on that one. Match number 3 is going to be SSG versus Oxygen. Now, Space Station have been a little bit up and down so far, but that's to be expected. They've lost one of the biggest voices in the team in Canadian. Luke stepped into the role, and Luke's doing a great job. I mean, his stats are incredible. Who would expect them to be incredible? He's just getting his head down and doing his job, and you've got to admire that. He's just getting in there, he's planting, he's opening up walls, he's just playing that hard support role, and that's brilliant. That's what SSG need right now. So I think this is going to be an interesting match. Again, I think it could go all the way to overtime, because Oxygen have also looked a little bit patchy. But I do feel like Oxygen are going to take it on this one. I think they've shown more promise out of the previous matches. They've shown that they're willing to go toe-to-toe with just about any team, and they've got the players to back it up. The one thing I think we're going to see from this match is Yoga is going to bounce back. In week 1 he didn't do so great. In Playday 2 he did better. He managed to catch up and match Kino's stats. And then the last few games he's sort of not done as good again. But I feel like this is going to be a game where Yoga really shines through. And I think it's just his day. He's going to be running in there, clicking heads, and he's really going to pad out his stats. And I think that's going to be the deciding factor, just Kino and Yoga just popping off. I think that's going to bring it together for Oxygen, and they're going to net the win on this one. Finally, that leaves us with game number 4, XSET versus Dark Zero. I feel really bad for the XSET guys. There are some big personalities on that team. I appreciate what they're trying to do, and maybe they could prove me wrong. Maybe this is the start of them picking up their form. But I just don't see it. Dark Zero currently being first place in the league. XSET being bottom without a single win. I'm going to have to give this one to Dark Zero. I really do want XSET to prove me wrong on this one. But that being said, I don't really think this is going to be their stage. I think stage 2 is going to be where XSET really start to gel as a team and pick up the results that they need. So on this one, I'm chalking it up to a DZ win. Sorry, XSET. I hope you guys can prove me wrong, but unfortunately I just don't see it this time. So, with us having 2 Playdays this week, on Wednesday we will have Playday 6. Match number 1 for that is going to be Disrupt Gaming versus BeastCoast. Again, it's going to be an exciting one. BeastCoast are a really fun team to watch. They're really aggressive. They're not afraid of just running at teams. They don't like being put on the back foot. They like to be the ones to make the move. And I think that matches really well with Disrupt because, again, they're a fairly similar team. Although more structured slightly on the defence side of things, I think it could be a pretty interesting match. It could be a really good game to watch. I'm going to go with Disrupt personally on this one because I'm a big fan of what they're doing. I like the roster. It's nice to see them succeed, and they finally picked up a win against Dark Zero last Playday. So I think they're going to carry that form and that energy forward and just edge out BeastCoast in this one. So I'm giving my prediction to Disrupt Gaming. Game number 2 is going to be OXG versus TSM. Again, like I say, Oxygen, if Yoga's, turning up on the day, it could be a really interesting match, but my heart says go with TSM on this one. I feel like this is going to sort of just be the snowball into the end of the season where TSM just start picking up back-to-back wins and Dark Zero sort of struggle a little bit. So I think this is going to be what edges TSM out and nets them the first place for this stage. I think it's going to be a convincing TSM win. It's to be seen though. I don't really want to write off Oxygen so easily. So I'd say keep your eyes open for this one. Who knows what we could see, but I'm still going to go with TSM on this one. I'm sorry, Oxygen. You guys are doing fairly well this season, but I can't underestimate TSM like that, man. They're my team. Come on. So, dropping this one TSM's way. Game number 3 is going to be XSET versus Mirage. Again, I just feel bad for the XSET guys. I don't think this is going to be a win for them. I think Mirage have shown too much promise to fall to XSET in their current form, unfortunately. I think Mirage are just going to take it. It's their win to take. You know, the game is theirs to lose at this point. If XSET come out the gate looking really aggressive and they're willing to surprise everyone, then who knows what could happen. But I'm going to give this one to Mirage. Like I say, I expect stage 2 to be where XSET sort of bounce back and find some wins. Finally, on Playday 6, that leaves us with Game 4, which is Dark Zero versus SSG. It's a clash of two titans here, albeit slightly weaker titans, apart from Dark Zero, who have looked fairly good, and as I say, at the moment, they're top of the league. That being said, though, I think SSG could surprise them on the day. I'm just going to go with what my heart says here, and I'm going to say that SSG take it. It might be a little bit silly of me, given how strong Dark Zero have looked this season, but I just think Space Station, they've got the tools. They've got everything they need to take it to the big teams. And Dark Zero being a team that they're fairly comfortable with, you know, it's a similar situation to Virtus Pro in the EU League. They look better against teams that they're comfortable with and have played before. So I think we're going to see a similar thing here. SSG are going to take it to Dark Zero. They're going to be real aggressive and they're just going to go blow for blow and really try and take it to Dark Zero. So I'm going to give Space Station my prediction on this one. It could really just be a coin flip though, if I'm being quite honest. So that wraps up my predictions for the North American League Playday 5 and Playday 6. I hope you guys enjoyed. In the meantime, if you'd like to follow me over on Twitter and just interact with me over there, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming games, who you think's going to win the North American League Stage 1. Also, if you'd like, you can let me know in the comments what you thought, and any feedback's much appreciated, so please let me know in the comments what you think of my videos overall. In the meantime though, I'm going to leave 2 of my videos on screen. One of them's one of my personal favourites, I think it's one of my funniest videos. The other one will be my most recent Funny Moments compilation. So yeah, feel free to click on either one of those and give those a watch as well. In the meantime, I hope you all have a nice day. Take care. Peace. My mum's turned my freaking office into a greenhouse. You see this? She's like left a bunch of plants, and now I feel like responsible for the plants. I feel like I need to like protect the plants. I don't like this one bit. Responsibility is not my gig.